Hey guys, it'll be interesting to see how this turns out because this is, I think, my first vlog on my web camera. Probably the sound is horrible, but what can you do? Hi. I was filming a vlog on my phone and it ran out of space because I kept rambling, so I was like, let's give the web camera a go. Hi guys. I just wanted to chat today because, honestly, a couple of miniature momentous things happened. Miniature molehills of mountains, I don't know, something along those lines. So one of the miniature things that happened today is it's the first day this year when I've gone to sleep with my windows open, which means that spring is starting to come to an end, or we're in a heat spell, either or, because usually during the day very warm, during the night very cold, and the fact that I had to open my windows at night means that it's getting warmer at night, which means that probably I won't sleep so well soon, but for now it was lovely, which means that this morning I woke up to the smell of honeysuckle and I just kicked the desk, sorry for the I woke up to the smell of honeysuckle because there's a honeysuckle bug just outside on the garden wall right outside my window, so I woke up to this sweet, fragrant, flowery smell and I was like, oh, as the sun hit it, so that was lovely. Welcome to summer. Secondary thing, I think this is day 5 in a row of, I don't know whether it's my most consistent sleep schedule, but it's probably my most consistent sleep schedule because for the last 4 days I have gone to bed, gone to sleep, not just going to bed, and gone to sleep pre 1 a.m. and woken up on the dot of 9 and being active and awake and conscious, and I think that is probably a record for me, 5 days, which sounds pathetic, it sounds really awful, but when I actually break it down, like when I was in primary school, I would usually go to bed on time, but then I think probably would have to say a week. Let's go with a week would have to be the real target. But like in primary school, I would not get up. I can remember my parents struggling to get me out of bed in the morning. I would also fall asleep at my desk. I would fall asleep at work. As in when I was in primary school, when I was doing work in school, I used to fall asleep at my desk. When I was trying to work, not like during designated like rest times or whatever. No, I would fall asleep at my desk, not when I was meant to be asleep. And then going into secondary school, like some days I'd get up at like 4 a.m. to watch morning cartoons, and then I'd get home from school and I just kind of wouldn't necessarily sleep, but I would like zone out for hours. And then I'd go to bed whenever, and then when I got to my late teens, when I was in sixth form, then there was like my days off, when I days off no matter what, I lay in. My sisters continuously bring up when we were on camping trips, and what they would do was they would drag my carry mat out onto the grass and they would take down the tent around me and I would sleep until they carried me into the car. My sleep schedule's been messed up for so long, but like university really did me in. That was my first kind of like, I'm gonna stay up all night watching Supernatural, not like I'm gonna stay up all night partying, getting drunk, having crazy times. No, it's like I'm gonna stay up, I'm gonna watch all 4 seasons of Supernatural in one go. That was back when they were almost a reasonable length of episodes. Now they're not. Supernatural's crazy. But yeah, like I did that, and then there was days when I had lectures that were like late in the afternoon, so I didn't have to get up until like mid-morning, and then I nap, and then and then I left university and I went into shift work, so then I had a great excuse. I'm like, I have to get up at 6:30 and be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh no, that means I can justify napping in the afternoon. Equally, on days when I don't have to get to work till 12 in the 12 midday, I could just sleep until 11:30 because I have to stay up so late because I don't leave work until 9:30. Like it's ridiculous thought process, but it's one that like was very, very perpetrated. And then it got even worse with my next job when I was still doing that shift work, when I was like, I have to get up at 5 and bike between 2 to 9 miles and then work from 6:45 till 2 and then bike home, or work from 7:45 till 2 and then mill around at work for 3 to 4 hours and then carry on working until, I don't know, 5 to 11 or 5 to 9 or whatever. So like And then what happens by default is when I'm on holiday, my brain just goes back into like the day off zone where I'm like, well, I won't go to bed till 2-3 a.m. I will get up at like 12 to 1 p.m. And it doesn't help that I have international friends and international obligations. So like I feel so bad when I'm like, I need to sleep, guys. I'm trying to work on it. But then at the same time, like most of the time, 2 a.m. my brain's like, I'm awake. So this current challenge of sleeping in my own time zone is very odd. But I feel incredibly productive. Like, my bedroom has genuinely never been this tidy. I mean, like, here's an example. Look at that windowsill back then. Like, I have very little surface space in my room. I have quite a lot of carpet right now because I'm using my sister's wardrobe, so I don't have a wardrobe back here. But like, the windowsill is empty. Like, that's crazy. My like cosmetic stuff on the top shelf of my bookcase, like, is just what I use. Like, it moisturizer. I'm using Surgical Spirit up to like readjust to wearing earrings because that's had a bit of a flare up. So I'm washing my ears every night with Surgical Spirit to try and deal with that. Like, my bookcase over here is so, like, part of the reason why my last vlog was so long was because I did a show and tell. I was like wandering around with my phone like, look at this, and I can't do that right now because my laptop, I don't want to juggle it. I might do a little bit towards the end, but like, I tidied my jewellery box. Yeah, like there's lots of little things. Like the thing that I need to do next, and is like really important, is I need to sort through my files and my D&D mess, because like I was really quite like adjusting to this time zone. Like a normal UK time zone is bizarre. I was doing D&D last Wednesday, and like I kept on being like, oh, where's my notes? Because I have none of that organised. This campaign's been going on probably coming up to a year at this point, and very little has happened. It's been a very slow burning campaign, really getting into like character interactions and getting to know the characters, and like I probably need to watch some Critical Role for some inspiration of how to kickstart things. But generally speaking, it's been a very low-key campaign, and I think that works because like one of the players is a dad, and several other people have various big life things that constantly are wearing them down. So actually, when you get a group together and everyone's exhausted from adulting, like having quite a low-key session where it's not like intensely emotional is probably quite healthy. But either way, I need to organise that because it's been a year of subpar note making, and I need to sort it out. I just need to sort it out. It's a mess. So that's my job at some point today, is to sort that out. My other job for today is I've got to finish writing up my character sheet for my mage character, because we're playing mage tomorrow, which is super exciting. But like other things I've done, like I made this for my sister. It's a very hungry caterpillar surgery cap with buttons, little tartan buttons on the back. So my sister can hook her face mask onto the buttons rather than hooking them onto her ears, because apparently it hurts when you wear a face mask all the time in a hospital. So yeah, and I made it out of the only scrap fabric I had, but is the most amazing scrap fabric. It's the very hungry caterpillar, and I'm really proud with how it turned out. Like the way that the fabric folds on the rim, like it looks so good. I'm really proud of how it turned out. So that was the thing that I've done. There's a couple of other things I want to send off. I sorted through my jewellery box. My jewellery box is probably the tidiest it's ever been. I've dusted all my shelves, I've hoovered my carpet, I made my bed, I've empty windowsill. What? I mean, this windowsill's still got stuff in it because I've got the teddy bears for the teddy bear watching. This is my front window, that's the back window. I've got my candles, which I'm slowly burning my way through. I got given a bunch of candles, which I'm just using. There's hundreds. I've got like my mirror, because again, lack of shelf space, but there's also a mirror in my jewellery box, so I use that most of the time, and then my pen pot, which is useful because this is my desk. But then the other thing I have finally done is, in fact, I'm going to move my laptop down to the floor for this. I am wearing my little bitty shorts. Okay, so in fact, I'm going to not move it down to the floor. I'm going to put it onto my chair. Boop. I'm sorry if there's been horrible audio for this. So this is the family sewing box. Now, I am the sewer in the family. I mean, I said it'd be really tidy. This is all tidy in comparison to what it was. That's my slippers, that's the shoes that I was wearing yesterday, and all of that is electronics. That's my extension cable for D&D when I'm out and about, which I'm clearly not at the moment. That's my toolbox, which my sister made me. And underneath that is various cable things, but in bags, neat tiny bags. So yeah, this is the family sewing box. Now, I have my own sewing box, which is this, which I've also tidied. So my own sewing box now has only ribbons, doodads, and various assorted things in the top. And then in the bottom, if I can get it open, has just the stuff that won't fit in other places. So that's really nice and neat and tidy. My fabric bag is super tidy. I'm not going to show you that, but that's in my old ballet bag. My sewing machine is underneath my desk, and this is the family box. And I finally said, you know what? I'm the sewer in the family. I'm the one who actually does the sewing. I'm the one who does the repair work. Like, if Mum will show me how to use the Victorian sewing machine, I will happily give it a go, but I have my own sewing machine that does the work. So I'm taking this, I'm claiming this to my room, because at the moment my room has space. So I'm claiming this, and this is amazing. I don't know how many people have actually seen this sort of thing before, but it is crazy magic. Okay, you ready? You ready? What? It's bonkers. Okay, so the only thing in there now is just needles, threads, bobbins, and reels, and tape measures, so yeah, look, actually everything has a place, which I think is the first time since I started sewing regularly where everything has got a place. This one, threads, needles, pins, and tape measures. Sorted oodles that won't fit anywhere else, and then in my jewellery box has got all my beads and crafty and jewellery making stuff, so yay. I mean, this is not an exciting vlog right now, but that sock over there, that is my ceiling dusting sock. I put it on top of one of my wooden swords and use it to get the cobwebs out the corners. That's what that's doing there. It looks weird, but there we go. But yeah, it's amazing what having a sensible sleep schedule does when you don't have any other obligation. And at the moment it feels good. We'll see how long that lasts for. But I want to, now I have this extra time, I wish I could help more people and do more things to help other people who are not in the same situation where I am, where I'm perfectly contented to stay indoors and not talk to anyone for days or weeks. And I have the advantage that I live with two people that I really like. Maybe even I love my parents. I'm just going to say that. And we get along really well, and we have our own space and we have our own activities, but we can also get together and do joint activities. So I am doing pretty well on that situation. I also have D&D, which even though I'm struggling with the online DMing, it's still fun. I already have loads of international friends that I only ever talk to on the internet anyway, so that's okay. So yeah, the update at the moment is, at the moment I'm being productive and it's good, and I'm being healthy on my sleep too, which is good. I'm wearing my Advantage top. It has a little sad, that might be one thing I need to do. So this little doodle rolled a 4, and this little doodle rolled a 17, and the 4 is sad because he rolled a 4. So his little Advantage buddy says, "Don't worry, I got this," and he's going to come in with his 17 and make things happy. There we go. And you know what? I think that's a good way to end this video. Be someone else's Advantage if you can be. Everyone at the moment is rolling a lot of 4s. Let's go out in the world, and if you can roll a 17, let's see whether or not we can help out the 4s a little bit. And that's what I'm trying to do. And yeah, that's my mission at the moment, is to try and be the 17 for some 4s, and help out where I can. And I don't know how, because it's very hard when you're not rolling the 2 dice next to each other. But I'm trying. So if I can work this 17 into like an 18 with some modifiers and make sure I'm really tidy and organised, then maybe I can help some other people with some other stuff. That's my mission at the moment. Thank you for watching. This has been a weird 15-minute long vlog of nothing, but there we go. It's been a while since I've done just a general update on my bob. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to title this. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye. And I left my mouse on my desk, so I've got to use the touchpad.